Hi everyone, this is Shauna Tarosa, RAYAC Executive Officer, and this is my desk. In this monthly video cast, I go over questions that are coming across my desk every single day, so we can have much smoother real estate transactions here in York and Adams counties. And the question that I have today is very appropriate because it is the summer and it is vacation season. So the question I have is, can I use this property as a short-term rental? So for those of you who aren't familiar, what that phrase means is a short-term rental is a property that is rented out for typically less than 30 days. Most commonly, you see them on those popular websites like VRBOs and Airbnbs, etc. Now, the big question is, if a buyer is looking to purchase a property and they're looking to use that property as a short-term rental, can they or can they not use it as a short-term rental? Well, the answer all depends on the zoning of that particular property. So, as you've probably heard me say before, one of the best parts about Pennsylvania is we're a Commonwealth and we have local government control. And one of the worst parts about Pennsylvania is we're a Commonwealth and we have local government control. So in our two-county area, we have 106 municipalities where all the land use planning decisions are made. So every municipality has different types of zoning classifications over what they can and cannot do. I will say in most of our municipalities right now, if it is in a residential zone and that residential zone is only classified for single family use, most likely those short-term rentals would not be permitted in that zone unless the municipality specifically called out for it in those zoning regulations. So what should you do if you have a client who you know wants to use that property as a short-term rental? How can you provide assistance? Well, one of the things that RAYAC has done is we do have a municipal database where we have collected all of those different rules and regulations for all 106 municipalities in our two-county area. And one of the questions we specifically ask is, are short-term rentals permissible? And if so, in what zones are they permitted in? And we provide that information to you in our database. However, I would say that you need to go a step further than that. If you are working with a client who wants to use a property as a short-term rental, my advice to you is to tell them they need to first speak with an attorney. Then I would reach out to the municipality directly to confirm whether or not that property is located in a zone where a short-term rental would be permissible. And if possible, I'd make sure you get that in writing from the municipality. Because unfortunately, we have heard of horror stories in the past where we've had agents who spoke to one municipal staff member who told them one thing, and then after the property was purchased, they spoke to another municipal staff person who said, oh no, that first person was incorrect, that you can't actually do that with that particular property. So, a lot of folks think that operating a short-term rental may be just as easy as setting up an account on one of the websites where they can just rent it out, and that simply is not the case. You have to have the ability to permit the use of that short-term rental in that particular zone for the municipality. In most cases, there's going to be additional permitting that will be required by the municipality if you're going to use it as a short-term rental, and you're going to be subject to a different tax scheme. Things like the hotel and tourism tax that are both in York and Adams County as well would need to be collected. So there's a whole bunch of different moving parts. And if anyone is going to go down the route of operating a short-term rental, the best thing that you as a real estate agent can do is to advise them to get legal counsel to give them that advice along the way. So I hope that information was helpful to you. If there is ever any questions you would like for me to address in this video blog, please feel free to reach out to me because my doors and ears are always open to you. Thanks so much and have a wonderful day.